those dinners zitakuwa ngumu. Some of them they'll be hard, and I know most of them also are networking dinners.
They are
networking dinners. So you see how it will have an effect on how fast you move. Because if you're not able to network space zinakusaidianga ku propel.
Sasa ku network.
Exactly. And you never know, maybe ungekuwa huko, maybe there would have been something. So you just need to I think usiweke life yako, let not your achievements all be based on work. And I'm saying that because most people sahi, kitambo kidogo, I know it's still happening, but kitambo, people used to get children at 20. People get married and they start having children very early. That age in a shift, actually. Most people
are getting
later. Marriage and children is coming later, in 30s, in 40s. So unapata by that time, you're really, really a career woman. You're really progressing well, Nini, and all those things. So you base your achievements on your career success or your business success. Hapo ndo achievements zako ziko based. So if you slow down hapo, you feel that generally you're slowing down in life. But as I've told you, you're now doing 2 jobs. With motherhood, you're doing 2 jobs. So your achievement should be based on both career and business and motherhood. So inaweza kuwa that sijaenda vile my peers wanaenda. Because especially like you may find your peers at some point they are mostly men. And those ones, they have all the time. Maybe they don't have all the time, but
more time
than you.
Yeah.
So tapata, they have done all the things. For you, you may be a step behind, but realize that you are a step behind Harper, but your baby is meeting these milestones. Your child is growing like this, Nini. So you have actually 2 sets of achievements to base your life on. And that should make you know that in as much as hapa nime move 2 steps and not 4 steps, but huku wengine pia nime move 2 steps. So if you combine both of these, then you have actually achieved. You're actually making progress. Si ati ume stagnate.
Saseni, welcome to Celeste Reflection. Manze nimewa miss, manze nimewa hata. Welcome back. We are back to the studio after our special episode, which, guys, thank you so much for the feedback. Thank you so much, guys, for your engagement. And because of that, I was able to get an award. The Women in Film Awards. Best Digital Content Creator goes to me. Hii award si yangu peke yangu. Ni yangu na nyinyi wote. Wenye wamekuwa hapa tangu tuanze pale kwa balcony. Mnakumbuka? Na kale county. Until now we are at IR Studios. This award is for all of us. So thank you so much for voting for me, guys. I hope I keep you entertained, whether it's entertainment, whether it's educate you, like what you're about to do today, you're going to learn something, I'm hoping. Ama kuchanuana tu, ama vibes pia. It doesn't hurt. So yeah, thank you so much, and thank you so much for the feedback we got from the women's episode that we had the previous week where we were 4 women on set. I am really, really sorry because nilipata a lot of DMs, huge ones, small ones, for people, especially women who are in toxic work environments. Na nawaelewa kabisa. It is not easy to quit. I know we say it like quit, and it is not easy. I feel sorry for you all, and I hope time ya kutoka itafika tu. Time yake ikifika utoke uende to a better working environment, itafika tu. So with that, allow me to introduce our guest today. Leo tuko na mgeni, na mgeni ali reach out to this email. Na waambianga tu, in case you want to come and sit here with me, tuonge, to discuss, the email is thecelestinedinda@gmail.com. So today I have Karen on set with me. Karibu sana, Karen.
Thank you so much, Sele, for having me. I'm really glad to be in your set. Na kuochianga tu kwa sitting room. Sasa leo niko ndani.
Leo utajiwatch ukienda sitting room. Yes. Introduce yourself.
Thank you. My name is Karen Olege. I am a HR person, a HR director in a company. However, I am more a career coach and strategist. I help people to have more fulfilling and more empowering careers. So if you want anything to do with careers, career coaching, CV writing, CV revamps and all that, and just positioning yourself, ukuje unitafute kwa sababu mimi I like people to enjoy penye wako in terms of work, enjoy your work, and for you to be in a place inakufulfill, and that is my life purpose.
Thank you so much. I love that. So usiogope, reach out to her. And since bado tuko kwa hiyo mwezi ya women, we are not celebrating women only this month. We are celebrating women forever. Like si ati ni ya March peke ama ni ya March 8th.
Yes.
We want to continue celebrating women all through and through, because in the society women really play a big role.
True.
Kama sio sisi wamama wanawake, wanawake. Kama sio sisi wanawake, sijui tungekuwa wapi. So women, we are celebrating you all through and through. Whether ni March, whether ni December, we keep on celebrating you women. And now that tumeconfuse sana Women's Day na Mother's Day. Unajua hiyo siku niliona watu akiwishiana Mother's Day, unaambia msee ni Women's Day, like your sister, you, anyone.
All women.
It's not Mother's Day. But then there was that issue for as a mom, as a nini. Juu tunaelewa ni kama motherhood ndo ukujana hiyo uzito. Zaidi. That's why when you shared your email, there was a point for how do we balance motherhood and career. So today we are going to focus on that. Because that one, mi hata mi bado nataka kujua how. Like guys, how do you, especially now to the women who are moms, how do you balance motherhood and your career?
I think reason why nilikutumia hiyo topic is because I have always been all about careers, but I also became a mom.
Wow.
And nikaona tu, you know, there are things in life which you do not understand. It's like you can't understand until you have gone through it. You can hear the stories and you can try to empathize with people ujaribu kuwa feel, but it gets to a point when you're in it, it's like it's a whole new realization. You're like, what? And I just had new respect. In fact, I just want to first of all celebrate all moms out there who are also in careers or in business. Like, it's such a big deal and you're doing the most. I'm telling you, as one of you.
And we are not leaving out those who are stay-at-home moms as well.
Those who are
you are doing
moms.
a lot.
You're doing a lot. So big up first of all to you. Penye tu uko. You're doing a lot.
So ebu tell us a brief journey. Umesema and recently. Initially ulikuwa huge on career until so ingie motherhood. How was it? How has it been for the few maybe years?
The transition was very sharp. That's the first thing. It was so sharp. I don't think anybody prepares you for that. You understand the concept, and of course people will tell you these are the things that will change, and you can anticipate. But I think especially for somebody who is highly productive, na umezoea kufanya vitu, you're always, going to the next thing. Kama ni nyinyi content creator, you're always shooting. In a week you have 3-4 things that are going on. The slowdown is real. Like, una feel the drop.
Sasa kama ulikuwa HR.
Exactly. I was in HR. I was also doing my career consultancies, and I do heavy career consultancies. I do career coaching. Like, I think my life was busy with work. So I used to have the usual 8 to 5. But then apart from that, unapata in the evenings, I could do career coaching. Nikona like 3-4 clients. And somehow it was just easy. Like, it was possible. It was never an issue, because of course even many people, when you're wanataka career coaching, they want it outside of working hours because they are working. So I was able to do everything.
So you do 8 to 5. After 8 to 5 you go do something else.
I do other things.
Ungewak hadi how long?
Ningewak hadi hata 10. In fact, when I got married, my husband would tell me to go to sleep, because na feel tu ni kama si hii 1 hour ninaweza fanya CV revamp ya mtu si hii 1 hour naweza enda LinkedIn nifanye something else. So I was always about work, and I think it's also because I started working early, and then I had nothing else. I was not dating too much. I think as a single person, so I had a lot of time in my hands to work, and I just buried myself in it. So for me, I think the transition was very sharp. Like, umetoka from doing 100 things to doing only one thing, which is motherhood. And at that time you're like, am I okay? Am I still a useful human being in this world? Am I still contributing to society? And somehow I think it also works on you mentally, because you feel the difference. And I know there are also women who are in business, because I have been in conversations of women who have been in business. Izo business zenye you are the A to Z, you are the sole proprietor, everything. Kila kitu ina rely on you.
Receptionist,
the HR, the marketing,
social media manager,
the
driver. everything.
You're everything. So your whole enterprise ita shut down. Because if you're not there,
Yes,
haiko.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, and some of those women, like, they have to mourn their business for like a year or two. Because for like a while, and it may take a short time, but a long time for some, because motherhood is very different.
Yes.
Even the pregnancies are different. Kuna mtu mwenye from day one of that pregnancy, ako out. So you can imagine that's like a year, 2 years. You have to shut down your enterprise. And it does something to your mind. This is something maybe you really put in a lot. Ulitafuta capital, umefanya sijui nini, umework hard, maybe 3-4 years you've built it. So how does it feel to say ime close for 2 years or for 3 years? It will do something to your mind.
So how did you balance?
So for
I
me,
want to know, because now from 8 to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So umeenda, umepata mtoto. How was it for you?
I think for me, first of all, I had to learn that motherhood is work. First of all, to tell yourself that motherhood is work. And sa hiyo yenye unafanya motherhood stuff, even if there's nothing else you're doing, you're already working. You're doing a lot and you're productive. If anyone has been a mom, and you know, because ni kazi, ni full-time job, even if there's nothing else you are doing, it's a full-time job. So you first of all need to validate yourself that you're working and you're a contributor. I also know that there are moms wenye, they are quick to kurudi job ama kurudi biz, because you're feeling like, I'm not contributing anything. Maybe you're in a marriage setup and maybe your husband is working very hard. So una feel like you're not contributing. And sometimes other people will tell you that. Even family, wako zile za, we mzee tu anafanya kazi. We unakaa tu hapo na watoto. There's nothing you're doing. So first of all, you need to validate yourself that motherhood is work in itself. And anything else that you're going to do is an add-on. It's an add-on. So already unafanya kazi. Whether you stay at home, nini, you're already working. I think what you need to work on mostly ni mental. And for me, I even had to do therapy, because I was like, and some of those things I had to learn. So first of all, just validating yourself that nafanya kazi. Penye niko hapa, I'm working. With this baby, I'm working. That's the first thing. And then the second thing, especially for those of us who are in employment, unapewa hiyo 3 months yako maternity leave, and then you have to go back. And that's usually another thing. I know I'm in a group of women who tulipatanga watoto around the same time. And at around that time, going back to work was not easy for them. Nilikuwa naona watu wakicomplain when me bado sijarudi. And I'm just like, people were not, it was not okay.
Naonanga mama wakifanya, I'm going to push like my working until the last week yenye naenda kupata mtoto ndo nianze maternity nikiwa na mtoto kwa mkono. Otherwise, if I start early, I might leave this baby at 2 months, nirudi job. So it is difficult.
It is so difficult. In fact, I also did pushing. Nilipush paka nikikwa maternity. Kwa hosi ninazaa, ndio nina text nasema, now I'm officially starting my maternity leave on text. Because also you want to maximize your time utakuwa na mtoi.
Yes.
But pia sio easy kufika hiyo point, because pia by the time hata uko 8 months
umechoka, watu kwa ofisi ni si uende upumzike.
You need the break, but you're really just trying to balance everything. So first of all, I also would like to appreciate how my employers, kuna employers wanapena 4 months, 5 months, 6 months beyond what is provided for in Gava law. I think also we have to appreciate them. I know a few sit our mention you siko hapa kwa market,
but 6 months is good. 6 months is better.
It's better.
At least ameanza kukula. 3 months bado I'm pumping.
You're pumping. Not to mention maybe uko na nani issues. And you're just like, this is crazy. So that shift also was not easy. Other moms were complaining. For me, I was like, how will it go? I really think for me, my employment worked kidogo well, because also there's the working from home, which ilikuwa inanipea peace. In as much as una work, but at least uko area, ukisikia something is happening, you can attend.
Unatoka hiyo virtual.
Yeah, but I know people who walikuwa stuck on cameras. Uko tu job, but full time uko tu kwa cameras. Unaangalia tu movements.
It is not easy.
Movement kwa nyumba. And I imagine the same mom is expected to deliver. Same na wale, because you know at work you have uko na vitu zenye you're supposed to, expectations you're supposed to meet. So you can imagine being able to deliver. You have left a house girl at home. Sometimes you don't have maybe full confidence. You know, you can't, it's very hard to sema tu your hands off. It comes with time. But utakuwa hands off. So you'll be calling, amekula matunda, amefanya hii. sometimes there's things, the baby is constipated, you can't even be at peace, colic. So your mind iko scattered. And if your mind is everywhere like that, inakuwa so hard to focus on job yako, one thing, and to deliver. So you may find that your pace is slower than before, or maybe slower than your peers. So also that's another thing you need to prepare yourself for. Maybe all the time you are always a good performer. And I know for watu wako in employment, especially, your performance is rated. But even that one who is in business, unakwanga na ile, like, unajua in a month or in a week, this is what I do. So you also need to accept that the bar has to go lower kidogo. Yeah, because and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's totally okay. So usijipace na wale wengine. If you're a content creator and somebody else is doing 5-6 things in a week and you're able to do 4 or 3, hufai kujicompare. That's the point. Usijicompare. You're in your own journey, so pace yourself differently. Yeah.
I love that umesema. The first one was validate yourself, that whatever you're doing is work.
Yeah.
As much as mzee anaweza kama kuuliza umeshinda tu ukiketi
kwa nyumba the whole day,
umeshinda tu umeketi hapa ujaoga, because unajua unaweza ka ujaoga ujafanya anything. So validate yourself, whatever you're doing is work. Na ni work mpya. Sio kama ile ya HR ulikuwa
umezoea, umejua, umesomea,
umelala, unafunga macho, unaipiga yote, unajibu emails.
Yeah.
This one is new, it is wild.
Yeah.
Haina mwa Kenya, haina syllabus. And then the second that you need to what?
Pace yourself.
Pace yourself.
Tone down kidogo.
Hautashindana na wale wasi wako kwa ofisi bado hawana phone calls za nini, maziwa imeisha. No. You have a breaks to go and pump. You have like there's a lot that is happening to, so pace yourself with your own pace. You're okay. So question, how do you handle like the time? Because now for you are working from 8 to 10. Tunawaka na hiyo 8 to 10. Because 8 to 10 is crazy.
Yeah.
How did you manage your time? Now you're a mom. Now there's HR nini.
Yeah.
There's the life coaching part.
Yeah. So first of all, I think for me, I appreciate a little bit of flexibility and nimesema of working from home, because that really helps. And I know it's sometimes not possible for people who have to report to the office every day, because I also go to the office some days, and on those days it's the schedule is different. So for me, I think number one is to nimejaribu sana kwenda na schedule ya mtoto. So I when she's asleep, that's when I'm able to work. So you see, for me, even if I'm waking up at 6 and the baby is asleep, I'm able to work from 6.
I love that you said when she's asleep, that's when you're able to work.
To work.
So when she sleeps. It can't.
Yeah.
Because when akilala unataka kufanya vitu zako.
Unataka kufanya vitu zingine.
I love that.
Yeah. So when she's asleep, that's when I'm able to work. I'm able to do a few things. Also nimejua sasa, at least you're able to know the schedule. But your schedule ya watoto inaendanga kibadilika also. So you're changing with the changing times. But also with my clients, especially because I do a lot of coaching as well, with the people that I coach, siku hizi, like for example, people would reach out to me, and in 2 days, if it's a CV revamp or a LinkedIn revamp, my turnaround time was 2 days, and I would commit to my clients. So siku hizi mi wambia mtu 1 week, so that I know that within this 1 week nitakuwa nimefind time. So I give myself a bit more time, and imagine people will understand. Sometimes we hold ourselves to a very high threshold. People will understand. Ukimwambia mtu 1 week, they will understand. So the expectations are different. And then also right now, I'm able to request my clients, we do things even sometimes in the weekend, like coaching we do in the weekend, because initially I used to do from 6-7ish usiku hadi hizo ma 9-10 huko, but that right now I will ask mostly for weekends. And the reason for that is because like Saturdays now I'm not working, sina ile 8 to 5 ya kawaida, so I'm able to use your time during the day, iko more flexible. Sasa niko na the whole day, so I'm able to, and people can give you their Saturday, because pia yeye anataka kufanyiwa coaching. You see, pia yeye they are in need of your service.
So what I'm getting is service yako ilikuwa poa, like your work was good, but we understand there's a newborn. We understand kuna challenges ziko, sitakuhama, nitataka tu uniambie hautaipata leo, but in a week's time utaipata. I think our problem is we fear we feel like nikikwambia in a week's time na nilikuwa nakufanyanga na 2 days utanitoroka.
Exactly.
But if your service is good and you're being honest from the onset, because of my baby, please give me more time. I will deliver. I love that. Tunafaa tujionge. Tujibit. Nataka tu bakina zile 2 days. It's not possible.
Na hizo 2 days sasa maybe mtoto amekuwa fasi.
Na hizo 2 days, if you promise me 2 days na ukose, that's when you will lose me.
Now that's when you will lose.
Yes.
So, even that goes from to ako biz, but also mtu mwenye ako employed. Imagine communicate your expectations to your manager as well. So GPS bado, GPS. Hiyo kitu ulikuwa una deliver before na 2 days. Imagine still sema let me take a week or whatever. And imagine you'll be surprised people understand. Na hawata kutoka.
That's it. You'll be surprised that your boss will understand. Because you are a good person. Na tumeona umepata mtoto. And most of us, we understand ile majukumu inakam na mtui. Hata ukiongezewa kazi, sema, this, I might not be able to handle this at this time. Inaweza patiwa mtu mwingine juu iko na pressure sana. Kama haina pressure, nipatieni wiki 2. Sidhani watakosa kukuelewa, by the way.
Exactly. And you know, one thing also is that people will not know unless umewaambia. Pia usiassume, because sometimes because you're there.
I love that.
You see client wako pia hauja announce to the world. Sometimes of course you have not announced maybe that I have a baby. So the client mwenye anakureach out here innocently anajuanga turnaround time yako. So and most of you have to appreciate, in fact mtu ni mwenye ameku experience before na anakuja tena, so they know usually how you work. Deliver. So imagine atakwambia hii kitu nataka by tomorrow, because anajua that's how you always work. So ni wewe ujicommunicate. Even those bosses, your boss will know umepata mtoto because perhaps you went for maternity leave and so on, but it's not always on top of their mind.
Of
so
course.
Niwe ushinde umemremind, umesema hii nipatie this amount of time, hii nipatie this amount of time. So don't assume, usikuwa unakasirika ati how can they tell me nifanye kitu fulani, how can they expect of me. It's you to keep reminding, because that boss akona vitu ngapi kwa hiyo kichwa yake. Pia na akumbuki mtu, ni wewe unakumbuka mtu.
They get mad ati imagine niko maternity amenipigia. Kila saa akikupigia mkumbushe. Usichoke kumkumbusha, mkumbushe.
Na ujieke kwa world yake, yeye pia akona all those 100 other things. So hakukumbuki, so ni wewe ujitake care by communicating what is happening on your end, and you need more time and whatever.
I love that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that. I love that, because most of the times we assume si anajua niko maternity.
Ni mbana
na unajua kwa amezoea for the last like 3 years I have Karen who delivers. So anytime I need something, I just need to call Karen. So every time he calls you, just remind him. I will do it, but you understand, so I might not deliver as soon as I always do. I love that. Then there's something you say by telling them this, you're taking care of your mental health. So something else that you also need to take care of yourself. And uweze kubalance hii motherhood na hii kazi yangu. You need to be okay.
You need to balance yourself. And also another thing that I have also found is that you need to redefine what being there for your child. What does that mean? Because I think being there for your child does not always mean uko present, uko hapo all the time. Unataka kuona kila milestone. You want to be there when anaanza kusimama, when anafanya nini. You have to accept that also hizo vitu zote hautakuwa physically present. You understand? And also children, children are not really expecting your physical presence 100% of the time. Actually, there's a lady I was watching who, she's a grown-up, but she was talking about her having lived with a working mom. And she was saying it's actually very empowering to see your mom being able to do all those things, to be able to work, to be able to scale the heights of her career, inakuempower as a child. She was actually talking from a child's perspective. And so it's not lazima ukue hapo every swimming competition, every debate club, tournament, ukue hapo zote. You're not able to be there zote. So you need to accept that if you have built a community, maybe if you have a supportive spouse or father to the child, beyond that, maybe if you have siblings who umewaleta, wote ni community ya mtoto wako. If there is a tournament on a Thursday and there is an important work thing on that Thursday, you're able to tell your brother, go. Your husband can go. Like, you do not have to be there. Sio wewe lazima make all school drop-offs and kuchukua mtoto jioni. If something else is happening, imagine, feel free to tell that other person. Your child just needs to know that they can be cared for. Akikwa hiyo jioni shule, ana expect atachukuliwa. And they know that when they tell their mom, they know that their mom will do something. Not necessarily that
mom
they will come.
Pick them.
But mom will get it sorted. So for you, just get it sorted. Si lazima ikwe ni wewe physically nimeenda shule kuchukua mtoto. You can organize. What your child wants to know is that mom will organize. Mom will make sure I've eaten. So you make sure that the things are getting done. Not necessarily that ni wewe uko hapo. Kila kitu.
Insist yo.
Kila kitu ni wewe uko hapo.
The guilt makes you feel like my son needs me. I need to be there.
I was not there for this.
But do you know, even you sending that brother or sister is you doing
It's you.
Angeendewa na brother yangu na sister yangu kama singewatuma.
Kama haungewatuma.
So that it's okay.
And they are going because also you on what basis? If I'm sending you to go and do something for my child, it's because also I have invested in your life.
Yeah.
That's why you can stop the things that you're doing. Useme kama Karen amenituma kushughulikia mtoto wake, wacha ni muende. It's because I've also poured into your life. So hii yote, it's the fruits of my labor. Even those people who are going to attend to your child, it's because you have invested in their lives and they're able to also support you now in that manner.
And that's how we balance.
Yeah, and that's how you balance.
That's balancing, by the way.
That's balancing. So you're not supposed to try and be everywhere all the time. Imagine
you have a
how
supportive group of people.
Have a supportive
family.
Group of people.
Exactly.
I don't judge people who they have up to 2 nannies. If you are able to do that, and if it calls for that, do it, because you need all the help. Usikwe wale wa mama. Don't try to be your mom. Our moms are.
Our moms.
Usikwe nyanya yako shosho. Usikwe.
Wanaumangu wana mgongo hadi wale. Unajua hivyo? Hizo migongo zao hazijawahi pona.
Hizo migongo hazijapona. Hawako wanafanya ile job unafanya.
That's true. And we are grateful for them.
We are grateful.
But now that tunaona you can get help, ask for help. Hiyo ni kubalance. Because at the same time unasaidiwa, si tunasaidiwa kama umelala. Unasaidiwa ukiwa mahali kwingine, ukifanya vitu zingine, bado za the same people.
The same people. And by the way, mtu yote mwenye anajaribu kukwambia, because there are so many people who are like, but our mothers were doing this, but our grandmother with 8 children walikuwa. Sasa hizo wewe uko na wako wawili.
Na wanakushinda
na mtu anakukompea na 8.
Sidhani tunaweza kuwa kama.
Let me tell you, we are not the contexts are different, the environments are different. It's not the same. It's not copy paste. The expectations are different. If you want me to be my grandmother, it means niache kufanya kazi. And exactly. Sahi we know household gani itaishi na hiyo one income. Sometimes you need to pull together. So yote ni team effort, and because of those different contexts, right now we just have to do it differently. So imagine, recruit that whole team.
Recruit them.
Recruit
mtu wa pikipiki anajua shule ya mtoto. In case hiyo siku siko, mtu wa bodaboda
anajua.
Ako hapo supportive group. Hakuna venye si teacher anataka tu mtu yeye aende home. Haitafika saa 3. You know the only bad thing is mtu yeye amekaa shule hadi usiku. Hajachukuliwa. Now that one, you will feel bad. Mtu yeye atafeel vibaya. But mtu yeye alienda home. Si alifika home.
Whether alifika na pikipiki ama wa taxi mwenye unajua.
Yes.
Huyo the same person, wacha ni aende hata kuchukulia nyanya kwa market. Kwani lazima uzichague?
I know.
Do you have to?
And you know, like this is what we do, but we don't know if we are. Nakuanganika una manuva. Unajua kuna mwa Kenya. Unatry tu kubalance. Nimeambiwa niko kwa ofisi, nimeambiwa diapers zimeisha. Na nimeambiwa soko hakuna sapa. You don't have to do everything by yourself. You have this supportive community. Unaweza ambia mama wa soko nikimbizie mboga kwangu. Like don't kill yourself.
And imagine you're still taking care of your home. Usifeel ni kama you're not taking care of your home.
Because someone else has done
it. Imagine you're taking care. Hizo vitu zenye zimekuwa delivered, ni wewe umetake care. Ni wewe hata umelipia, ni wewe umeorganize zimefika. So imagine it is still you playing your role. So use those people. Use as much people as you can use. And your mom guilt, I don't know. Like you just need to always tell yourself. Imagine if you ever lived with a working mom. Because for me, my mom was working. If you ever lived with a working mom, I think we remember that in as much as maybe kuna hiyo visiting moja hakukuja ama sijui nini because of work commitments, imagine right now it's an issue.
You understand her.
You understand her, it's an issue, we didn't die. Na pia hakuna a lot of, I can't say there's a lot of trauma. If anything, they inspired us. True. They inspired, unaangalianga hivi, madhe alikuwa anafanya hii biashara, anafungua kazi, anafanya hii. It empowered you as a person. So imagine even for those children, they will feel empowered. They will feel empowered. I know also in corporates, there are so many women who, kwanza let me talk about the women who are in leadership, because leadership pia ni different na just work ya kawaida. Leadership, accept that uta miss out in some conversations. And what I mean by that is, sijui niongeleshe wanaume, wacha tu nisiwaongeleshe. Wacha nisiwalete. But I know that men in leadership, they have the habit of Sunday afternoons golfing. Mnaenda mna golf.
Unwinding.
Hapo ndio all corporate decisions are made. Hiyo Sunday after, watu wakigolf, hapo ndio wana strategize. Now you will be missing out in those very important, because sasa for Sunday you with your family, it's the only day when alafu kwanza hauna nani on Sunday sometimes. So that is your time. You'll be missing out in some key conversations.
So sisi on Sunday we've made it family time. Like on Sunday is the only time I don't want to see any phone call ya job. On Sunday I want to spend time with my kids. This other gender on Sunday
ndio tuende to strategize
status ya wiki yake.
So ukikuja Monday ni kama unaingia kwa plans
zilishapangwa. Oh no.
So imagine, be comfortable to delegate even that decision making. Wacha zipangwe. Wewe ukikuja Monday, be free to flow with the plan. For now, be free to flow. I also know
but they should stop doing it. Yeah, men, please stop doing that.
Nilikuwa nataka kusema hiyo lakini kasema
no, they should stop
nikuje pole pole.
Bana mnatukimbiza. We are still trying to fight for being on the same position with this men.
Yeah.
Then tena mnaanza kuongezea siku hatuwezi patikana kama Sunday. So that means what? I leave my children. Na tunatry kubalance. So imagine, this is how I'm balancing mine. I've dedicated on Sunday. That one day for my family.
That's you balancing.
That's me balancing. Hizi zingine naweza ingia usiku, mnaweza niona, mnaweza nikosa. Mnaweza niona Sunday nimeashua kabisa hata kazi inaitiwa gani sitaki. Unless special, very special, like sasa nyinyi mnaeka tena Sunday ndio inakuwa strategy meeting.
Yes, that will happen. And that's why unapata actually many women in leadership sahi wanaanza kwenda golf. But the people are not golfing because they like it, because it's a hobby.
Nimekuwa nikiona promo za golf kwa simu zangu za groups za wasichana za wamama.
Yes. It's not because it's a hobby, but I don't think there's anything fun in walking in the sun for 4 hours. But okay, all respect to those who enjoy it as a hobby, but
mimi I don't understand how that small ball itanizungusha hii uwanja yote. Anyway, sorry, watu wa golfing, we are sorry.
I know, mna enjoy ni sawa, but
uelewi.
Most of the time it's because hiyo 4-5 hours watu wanapanga wiki. Wanapanga vitu zina ku-affect.
I thought they are networking.
Hey, my goodness. Plans are being made. And most of the time, actually, there are women who say, on Mondays, when you come for a meeting, those very serious meetings, they come in and a point, agenda iko hapo. There is a point, we unangojea kuidiscuss. Umepanga hadi points zako. Unangojea kuidiscuss, but one person will speak and everybody will agree. So you're wondering, why are we not discussing? Because mimi niko na point of view. Kuna kitu nilikuwa nataka kusema, but everybody has agreed. It's because the discussion already happened jana. Hizo ma point of view, they already happened yesterday.
What?
So tukikuja hapa ni agree tukieka minutes.
No. Na nile as many of tunapitisha hiyo.
So wewe na your opinions haukuwa jana.
Women tutangangana.
So that's why women tunangangana sana kufanya hiyo golfing. It's not for fun, but you see now with those commitments inakuwa ngumu for you to do those things.
Whoever came up with that idea anaweza taka kujua kwa nini alichagua Sunday. Naweza taka sana kujua kwa nini alichagua Sunday.
I don't know why. I don't know why. So pia accept that some decisions will be made. So it's okay. It's okay for now. It's okay. Wacha to flow. Usikwe zile za I must also weigh in, because I know sometimes as a woman in leadership.
But kwa nini tukubali?
you know,
hapana mi naweza kwambia ng'ang'ana kwani tukubali challenge them.
You know, you can't challenge.
Imagine nimeandika notes zangu down,
umeresearch,
niko ready, nimefika meeting mapema, I am so ready in my heels, in my suit,
then
mnaniambia mlishapitisha.
Watu tulisha discuss pros and cons jana.
So nothing you're going to tell us right now that is going to make us change our mind. That is so wrong.
But you say whatever you need to say, because
say
it is
it.
good to be heard.
Yeah.
And it is also good for people to know that ulikuwa na opinion.
Na ni sawa watakuita kale kama kana kwangana mdomo, kale
kama turudisha nyuma.
But say it.
Turudisha nyuma, you say it.
You
also
say
sometimes
it.
the benefit of saying is because maybe what was passed jana won't work. So people will have an opportunity to now come back to your idea. Kuna kitu ulikuwa umesema.
Exactly.
Ebu say what you had said again.
Exactly. So please, hizo notes zako make sure they are hard.
You just make sure you are hard.
Ikipita, ikikosa wasiseme tulikubali sisi wote.
Yeah, of course. Let your idea ikuwe mahali kwa minutes, ni vile hatukwenda na hiyo.
Yeah.
But there's also those like dinners, and I know it's a common thing in this city. We do a lot of work dinners. Kuna a lot of dinners, and you just know the way night time inakwanga na watoto. It's like it's the most crucial time.
I know.
Afadhali hata
nikupatie tu example, this award nikipewa hii award nilikuwa na mtoto. Nilikuwa event mchana, nilikuwa na event ingine after, asa kulikuwa na hii ya tatu. Aki nilikuwa tu nisha choka. Like I feel so bad I missed this opportunity because of course of motherhood. It was on Saturday. I like sainaka nikiwish I wish I was there but
those dinners
jioni then usiku,
those dinners zitakuwa ngumu. Some of them they'll be hard, and I know most of them also are networking dinners.
They're
networking dinners. So you see how it will have an effect on how fast you move. Because if you're not able to network spares na kusaidianga ku propel.
Siku network.
Exactly. And you never know, maybe ungekuwa huko, maybe there would have been something. So you just need to I think usiweke life yako, let not your achievements all be based on work. And I'm saying that because most people, sahi, kitambo kidogo, I know it's still happening, but kitambo, people used to get children at 20, people get married and they start having children very early. That age in a shift, actually. Most people
are getting
later. Marriage and children is coming later, in 30s, in 40s. So unapata by that time, you're really, really a career woman. You're really progressing well, Nini, and all those things. So you base your achievements on your career success or your business success. Hapo ndo achievements zako ziko based. So if you slow down hapo, you feel that generally you're slowing down in life. But as I've told you, you're now doing 2 jobs. With motherhood, you're doing 2 jobs. So your achievement should be based on both career or business and motherhood. So inaweza kuwa that sijaenda vile my peers wanaenda. Because especially like you may find your peers at some point they are mostly men. And those ones, they have all the time. Maybe they don't have all the time, but
more
time than you.
Yeah.
So utapata, they have done all the things. For you, you may be a step behind, but realize that you are a step behind hapa, but your baby is meeting these milestones. Your child is growing like this, Nini. So you have actually 2 sets of achievements to base your life on. And that should make you know that in as much as hapa nimemove 2 steps and not 4 steps, but huku wengine pia nimemove 2 steps. So if you combine both of these, then you have actually achieved. You're actually making progress. Si ati umestagnate.
Because mtu feel, I've been in this company for 3 years.
Yeah.
I was expecting by year 4 na promotiwa then nikapata mimba. So una feel nini level yangu ya promotion ilikatiwa na mtoto. Yet hapa kwa motherhood umesonga. I love how you've explained it.
Yeah.
Don't back your career.
One side.
Don't back your career.
Yeah.
Now you have 2 sides. You have motherhood and you have career.
And
okay.
Hey, my goodness. When you talked about promotion, I remembered actually kuna some people who don't promote when they know uko na ball when you're pregnant. They don't promote you. And this actually happened in one of the companies that I was in, though it didn't happen to me, thank God.
No.
But it happened to a colleague.
Because you're pregnant.
So you're not promoted because they know next year utatusumbua. Unajua tunataka kupromote, and we know you are a hard worker, but we can already project next year hautakuwa hivi.
Unajua, sorry to cut you short, but I love how this episode is showing how much like we have a lot to do for women
Yeah.
to fika the same level as men.
Yes.
Like
yes.
hii gender
There's a
equity
lot.
tunataka aki there's a lot na si ati
Imagine there's a lot.
imagine kitu tu kama tu kupata ball
Yeah.
ati kwa mam unakosa kupromotiwa.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. There's a
we
lot.
are created to be pregnant.
And
So-
for me, I would say, actually, I remember that time we were really arguing and saying, how can you predict? Unani predict aje that I won't
deliver.
work. I've been delivering. So why are you saying I won't deliver?
At now that you're pregnant,
You
roll
know,
out aeza.
roll hautaweza. It's not true. Actually, for me, I have found that women wanajipush sana. And that's why we're even here saying, tulia, because they'll still push themselves a lot.
In fact, when you get the baby, that's when you want to push yourself times 10.
Unataka kujipush, because also at the same time, utaki anything equal said that it is because ya mtoto or it is because of this. So you're really trying to work hard and push yourself. So imagine your stereotype, I think it needs to go away. Let's support these women. And most of the time, it's a short period of time. If you do not promote me, ninakuwa na hiyo, there is some bile yenye nakuwa nayo. So even when the baby will grow and move
and
on,
then I come back,
you have already lost me
Yeah.
in terms of my engagement
That's
and
true.
my loyalty to the company.
That's true.
But if you support me, like my employer, I know they have really supported. I don't know whether I can't compare with anything else because I haven't been pregnant with another employer, but I think I have really received a lot of support. And with that, women, we feel.
Yes.
Tunakuanga na hiyo emotion, una feel like, aki
Huyu.
vile many support.
Mimi
I'll give you my
sitawaangusha.
best.
Exactly.
I'll give you my best.
Alafu, ebu think about it. I've been working for you guys for 3 years.
Yeah.
Nimepata ball, nataka tu miaka tu kaa.
Mbili,
Moja na nusu ama
yeah,
mbili ikienda sana.
yeah.
Nirudi.
Yeah.
Hizi miaka mbili unapoteza
Yeah.
miaka zote 3 za
Exactly.
because
All
of
that
just
I've
2
been doing.
years.
Yeah. Imagine if you support, that person is really going to work hard, and they're really, because they know siezi nikakuangusha because of how you were there for me. But also if you frustrate this person,
Yeah.
imagine umemlose.
Umempoteza kabisa.
Atakuwa tu hapo because maybe hana job ingine, hana another opportunity and they need the money. But in terms of kuweka hiyo effort yao hapo, that one you have already lost it.
I love it. I love that you've said. Career, hata ukikosa kupata promotion, my fellow woman, promotion kuna ingine ya Mungu.
Kuna ingine it's
and
there.
I know this is how we wait. Like this one feels nice. It's a celebration for me.
Yeah.
It's a win.
Yeah.
But the same way I'm celebrating this for my career, I should
celebrate
celebrate the babies as
the
well.
babies, yeah. Because hawajajifikisha, you've really worked hard.
Like ndo mtoi ni mbebe kwa tumbo,
Yeah.
safely deliver,
Yeah.
of course with the help of God and the support team,
Yeah.
but you're doing a good job.
You're
Hii
doing a good
haina
job.
award itakupea, but the steps, kameenda shule,
Yes.
kanaongea, kana
Yes.
scroll, kana celebrate those wins as well. As
Celebrate
much as
those wins. And
nobody
you-
will tell you congrats, but tell yourself.
It's happening, and imagine you have to put in a lot of effort for those things to be there. If your child is not being taken care of well, pia itaonyesha the growth will not be good.
We will
When
see.
you see a child thriving and meet milestones anafanya nini, it's because there's a lot that you're already putting in. So that in itself is a lot of work.
A lot.
I would like to talk to traveling moms. So again, there's moms that I know wenye kazi zao zina need a lot of traveling. Also businesses sometimes zina need a lot of, you need to be in different places. And I know sometimes it's so hard because you're there, maybe you have a 6 month, 8 month, and you're wondering, I need to be away for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks. How will this pan out? If it's possible, I have watched another lady who she was working and her job really required a lot of traveling. And she said for as much as she could, she traveled with the children. So for me, I would say if it's possible, because traveling with kids is expensive.
A lot.
It's expensive because utahave kubebana. If you're traveling for work, unabebana na house girl ama caregiver. So hiyo ni expense. So traveling with children is really expensive. But if you can afford that money, usione ni kama unaiwaste. Imagine travel with them. Reason being, the money itarudi. It will come back. Unajua utasikia okay, ka 300k kameenda juu nimeenda na mtoto sijui wapi. But that money will sio kitu utakumbuka 5 years later because itakuwa imerudi. So if it's possible for you, if you're in a workplace which they can cater for that, because the employers who do well and good, you can use that. But if it can't be catered for, you try to pay it out of your own pocket and still go with your children. That helps you to not resent those children when you grow up. I mean, when they grow up and when you're older. Because I know so many women who are like, yani, mtoto at the smallest inconvenience unamwambia unajua hata si kwenda Germany juu yako, there was an opportunity niende siji UK trip ilikuwa imelipwa, si kwenda juu yako.
Mimi kuna moja nilihata juu yake.
Mtoto anashanga sasa hata UK.
But you know, okay, there are those who can. There are times you can't. Like
there are times you can't.
Mimi kuna time tu nimewaacha. Like mara mingi mimi nimewaacha. I think the young one nilimwacha at 7 months. But it's because of that supportive family. Shushu ako hapo, then the house help is there. The like
and you can
everyone
be at peace.
Is there.
And that's another one.
Easy,
and that's another one. Imagine again kama uko na hiyo support system, unajua the biggest problem inakuanga tu ni wewe as a mama unashindwa kudetach.
Wewe ndio unakuanga na shida.
Ni wewe uko na shida, but mtoto atakuwa sawa. The people when unamwacha now they are okay. Yes. They are loving family to this child as well. So it's just you imagine it's you who needs to just detach for that 1 week, for that 2 weeks.
That's true.
Feel free. Go and do what you're doing. Come back to the baby. It's okay. So sijifunge hapo and then una end up kuresent kila mtu because you didn't go, una feel I missed a big opportunity because
Akina
of the child.
Akina ni wengi ukuwa hivyo. Nilihatanga job ya kwenda, okay, I'm giving you an example, not me. But na imagine mtu akisema nilihatanga job ya kwenda Qatar juu ya katoto kangu. Na naimba hiyo kitu for years.
Inamuuma.
Unajua kama si akaka first born sasa ningekuanga Qatar.
Sasa ningekuwa Qatar. Yeah.
Like, guy, usifanye hivyo. Ingine itakam. Labda hiyo haikuwa, hata labda si mtoto. Maybe tu haikuwa yako.
Labda tu haikuwa yako, imagine. So
kani yako imagine ungeenda na huyo mtoi.
Kama ni kitu yenye unaweza enda naye, kama ni kitu yenye mtoto anaweza baki, imagine muache for a couple of days and it's still okay. Utarudi utapata mtoto wako sawa. Si wako alikuwa sawa?
Nilirudi nikapata yako sawa. Hata akumbuki kama ulikuwa umeenda.
Exactly. Yeah. So imagine do it, deal with your own be able to detach and then talk to other moms, because kuna other moms, me I get so encouraged. I see moms who are doing other things and I'm like, umepata hapi nguvu ya kufanya hivyo. And I also just gather that energy from them as well. So imagine you're not the first one. Be in a community and talk to other people. They will encourage you. Uta realize it's possible. I'm not the first one who needs to travel or to go for this business deal. Na niko na mtoto. And
I love that, because most of the people will ask you, Sele, how do you balance? Una traveling aje? How do you afford time just to go take care of yourself?
Yeah.
But na you pia uko na life yako at the end of the day.
And you know that sacrificing everything. Yani umesacrifice pia kila kitu. Imagine it always leads to resentment. So try as much as possible to not say you're sacrificing everything. You just some of this, even like when I was talking about even this work things, we jaribu kubalance. Of course kuna mingi sana zenye hautaweza, especially at a certain stage, maybe when the kids are very 0 to 6 because you are everything, you're the food, you're the everything
food, yeah. 0 to 6
0 to 6 ni, but imagine much later start to do a few things ndio pia, but anything that you choose to not do,
don't say it's
please ni wewe, you have chosen not to do. Usiblame mtoto.
Don't say it's because of huyu siwezi kuja. Unaitwa function.
Usiblame mtoto
siwezi, no.
Mtoto ajui nini inaendelea. Don't blame the child.
True.
And in future pia usiblame, because mnafanya watoto wanabeba mizigo sio zao.
I love that. Aki, kakitu kadogo tu kama membwa rurasho kuja, hata siuende 1 hour. Wanasema tisa najua niko na mtoto mdogo. Si ufunganishe mpande naye matatu, mpande naye kabu mwende.
Alafu unashinda hapo ukisema unajua si kuenda rurasho sister yangu juu yako.
Exactly. By the these kids wanabeba mizigo zingine hata wafai kubeba, hata hawajui. Hata wajui yo sister yako kwa na rurasho. Like you're the one who is making this decision. Kamtu kadogo kana make aje decision. Ati wewe unajua si kuenda niniji. Thank you so much, Karen. I love how you've painted a picture, because most of us keep on asking, how do you balance career and motherhood? Somehow hakuna strategy, but it's the small things that we do. Those small things that we do.
But remember, in all of those things you are caring for the child. Hata hiyo kwenda, ukichoose kwenda hiyo trip, sume enda umeacha umeweka huyo mam shosho wako hapo, house girl wako hapo, umepanga vitu, you are caring for the child.
Hata huyo mwenye ako Qatar alienda kazi akaachia mtoto shosho, don't feel guilty.
Si
unatumanga vitu nyumbani wanakula.
You're caring, and that's what your child needs to imagine eventually. See, even as we sit here and we know sometimes our parents worked far, but unakangapo ukisema she made sure, my mom made sure school fees was paid. They made sure that's all that the child will want at the end of the day, to know that they were cared for by their mom.
Because I love that. Because watu wa Qatar, okay, siju kwa natumia Qatar sana. Watu wenye ukuwa job majuu, kunako ka guilt kwa so many moms. Like I'd love to be there with your kid, but sa ukikaa naye na huku job umepata huko, utakape vita na muangaliane tu. This is me trying to encourage you, because you've gone there because of this kid. If it were not for the kid, ungechoose maybe kukaa tu home. So don't feel, you're still balancing your career and motherhood. That's why you try Skype call them, WhatsApp video them. Ukipata ka chance kadogo kakurudiku, tunajua fare ni mingi,
unarudi, you come with gifts.
So you're still balancing motherhood and career. Don't feel bad.
And you're still caring. Deal with your mom guilt isikumalize.
You're doing that because of them. Thank you.
Thank you.
To handshake. Nice ile muliona. Hii handshake ni ya hapa kwa Celeste Reflection. Thank you so much, Karen.
Thank you so much.
I love it. By the way, unajua hata mimi nakuanga hapo kwa how do I balance motherhood and career. Because umenipatia nguvu. Because you feel like sasa mimi nafaa nikae tu nishi nikikakadol hivi ndo nisikie nafanya motherhood. Alafu sana nikikakadol jioni kakule nini? Thank you so much, Karen. Parting shot, maybe one last word to that woman.
For my parting shot, I'd like to tell all women, first of all, you're doing a good job. You're doing a very good job taking care of those children and still working and still doing business. It's okay if you slow down. So expect to slow down. And those who are yet to get into motherhood, work on your mind first before you get into motherhood. Work on your mind. Understand that kutakuwa na challenges. Imagine tu asikwambie there will be no challenges. There will be challenges, but allow for yourself to pace yourself, to slow down a little bit. Let it not bother you. Plus, life is long. Utaishi hapa hadi you're 70, you're 80. So you will have time to pick up some of those pieces that were left behind. Kama ni hiyo golfing umeacha, kama ni hiyo sijui nini haujafanya for a few days, it's okay, and you still have time to pick it up. But all in all, you're doing a good job, and kudos to you. Give yourself a pat on the back and stay empowered.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. Guys, I think I can add nothing to this. Maybe the one thing, naeza sema, we have moms who choose to quit completely. Like to quit their careers because of their kids.
Yes.
And I love it. Ni choice ameamua. I am holding kwanza hii career kwanza pause for 2 years, then I'll start again. That's okay. As long as your sacrifice you may make for yourself. Sio ile ya kusema ati ni juu yako. Niliwacha kazi. I chose to hold on to my career. First of all, mtoto agrow afike miaka 3 nirudi shughuli zangu. It is okay. So we are not saying this is the right formula and this is the wrong formula. No. Whatever decision you feel like it's perfect for you and your children, it is okay. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope to see you next week on Wednesday, same time, same place. And if you want to come and join me, kama Karen, the email is thecelestinedinda@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.